Alright, let's dive into a story that's equal parts Hollywood legacy and modern-day hustle. You might have heard about the recent passing of Judy Pace, the iconic 70s actress known for her roles in Peyton Place and Brian's Song. But here's the twist, her daughter, Julia Pace Mitchell, isn't just carrying the family name, she's carving out her own path in an industry that's both unforgiving and endlessly fascinating. So, let's talk about what makes this story so compelling. First off, Julia's journey into acting feels almost inevitable, given her lineage. I mean, her mom was a trailblazer in an era when representation was a rarity, and her dad, Don Mitchell, was a staple of 60s and 70s TV. But here's what's really interesting, Julia didn't just step into the spotlight because of her last name. She grinded. From guest spots on Strong Medicine and Law and Order to landing a role in Notorious alongside Angela Bassett, that's no small feat. What many people don't realize is how hard it is to break through in Hollywood, even with a famous surname. Julia's career feels authentic, not handed to her, and that's what makes it so relatable. Now, let's talk about her time on The Young and the Restless. Soap operas are a beast of their own, fast-paced, emotionally intense, and demanding. Julia played Sofia Dupre for 2 seasons, and honestly, that's a marathon, not a sprint. What this really suggests is her versatility as an actress. Soap operas require you to switch gears constantly. One day you're in a dramatic showdown, the next you're delivering a comedic line. It's a skill set that's often overlooked, but it's a testament to her range. Personally, I think this role was a turning point for her, proving she could handle anything the industry threw her way. But here's where it gets even more intriguing, Julia didn't just stick to soaps. She's been in psychological thrillers like Fall, dramas like All the Queen's Men, and even popped up in Young Sheldon. This raises a deeper question, how does an actor navigate such diverse roles without getting typecast? From my perspective, Julia's ability to jump between genres shows a level of intentionality in her career choices. She's not just taking what comes her way, she's building a portfolio that reflects her interests and strengths. That's smart. One thing that immediately stands out is her connection to her family's legacy. Her mom, Judy, was a pioneer for black actresses in the 70s, and her dad, Don, was a household name in his own right. But Julia's career isn't a tribute, it's an evolution. She's taking the foundation they laid in building something uniquely hers. What this really suggests is the power of generational influence without being overshadowed by it. It's a fine line to walk, but Julia's doing it with grace. Now, let's talk about the broader implications here. Hollywood is obsessed with dynasties, think the Sheens, the Streeps, the Smiths. But what's fascinating about Julia's story is how she's managed to stay under the radar while still making waves. She's not a tabloid fixture, and that's refreshing. In my opinion, this speaks to her focus on her craft rather than the spotlight. It's a reminder that not every Hollywood story needs to be loud to be impactful. Finally, let's zoom out for a second. Julia's career is a reflection of how the industry has changed and hasn't. Her mom faced barriers that Julia doesn't, but the struggle for representation and meaningful roles persists. Julia's ability to thrive in this landscape is a testament to her talent, but it's also a call to action. If you take a step back and think about it, her story isn't just about her, it's about the progress we've made and the work still left to do. So, here's my closing thought, Julia Pace Mitchell isn't just Judy Pace's daughter. She's an actress who's navigated an industry that's both rewarding and ruthless, all while staying true to herself. What makes this really interesting is how she's managed to honor her family's legacy without being defined by it. It's a balance that's rare, and honestly, it's inspiring. What do you think? Is Julia's story one of legacy, talent, or both? Let me know in the comments, I'm curious to hear your take.